So today's a really exciting day for me because I'm publishing my police and crime plan. Police and crime commissioners have 4 things to do. One is to appoint a chief constable, another is to set the budget, another is to hold to account, but actually the most important is setting the plan of what you want to do. I was first elected in 2012 and I made 6 key promises to the public then, and they are still as appropriate today as they were then. Those 6 promises were to keep crime low, to focus on victims, to recruit more officers, to protect local policing, to increase efficiency, and to keep tax low. My plan is constructed around 4 key pillars. They are: what does evidence-based policing tell us? What were my election manifesto promises? What have we done well before and what can we build on? And what do the public think? And that's why I had a public opinion survey which has given us some really fascinating results. What have I learnt about evidence-based policing? What I've learned through the course that I'm studying at Cambridge University has been that we need to use evidence to inform our decisions. And that's really something quite new in policing in Hertfordshire. So my top commitment has been to keep crime low. You know that in Hertfordshire we've already got a very low crime rate, and indeed the public opinion survey said that people feel really safe. Burglary has halved over the last few years, and indeed on the average day there are fewer than 7 burglaries across the whole of Hertfordshire. But 7 is still too many, and we intend to keep crime low and keep driving it down. Another one of my key themes is focusing on victims, and we need to go further to bring about improvements in the criminal justice system and look at how we can bring swifter justice for all. You'll know that I've said that the persistent challenges of court backlogs are far too big, and we will do something about them. And we will also bring greater democratic oversight around the administration of justice in Hertfordshire. You'll know that focusing on victims is one of my key areas, and I'm really proud of the work that we've already done in setting up our victim care centre called Beacon. This has transformed the support available for victims in Hertfordshire and is recognised nationally for its innovation. And I've put a series of commitments in my Beacon business plan to expand the safeguarding hub, which will mean that there will be further reductions in risk and fewer people who get repeat victimisation. You'll know that I've got a commitment around victims, and part of that is very much part of what has always been my commitment, which is to put violence against women and girls at the forefront of what I'm doing. Whilst we don't know yet what the government's strategic policing requirement will be, here in Hertfordshire we're going to work even more closely with schools and individuals who've got lived experience to educate others. We're going to use our safer streets to design out crime, and we're going to look at the impact of street lighting on feelings of safety across the county. We'll work together to make sure that we drive down violence against women and girls. I stood on a pledge of recruiting more police officers, and that's what I did. And now you're going to see the benefits of those extra police officers in Hertfordshire. We've got more police officers than we have ever had in the county, and we're going to continue to ensure that each district has its own policing team headed up by a senior police officer. Through the National Uplift programme, we're going to grow the number of frontline officers so that teams which are already at full strength have got even more in them and put more capacity in to support our prevention first model of policing. I promise to increase efficiency in the police force, and in my plan I speak of my commitment to improve the collection of digital data and how we use it, and that will enable officers to secure online material directly from the public. We're also upgrading that website so that we can all use the same single online home, as it's called, that is used in the rest of the country, so that no matter where you are, you can report crimes to the police and you can get onto a single interface. I promised from 2012 to keep tax low, and I have kept that promise, so that in Hertfordshire you're still paying the 5th lowest precept in the land, and yet you've got more police officers than we have ever seen in the county.